Hey y'all, welcome back to the Free Black Women's Library YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you for liking this video and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Today I'm talking about Harlem, Season 2, Episode 6, Out of the Deadpan and Into the Fire. This episode starts right up where we left off, Ian and Jameson at the bar. So we think there's going to be this extra tense moment between them, but it actually dissipates pretty quickly after Jameson explains that he is not interested in dating Camille. He just wants to work with her on this research project. They got a grant for 25K. So things are tense at first, but they work it out and they end up having a conversation. And it's weird. That's weird to me. But either way, Camille comes home and she sees that Ian is there cooking and they kiss. How was your day? Blah, blah, blah. Camille tells him about the Rachel Dolezal and all the drama with Dr. Pruitt and the college and the dean. And Ian tells her, oh, I had a conversation with your boy Jameson today. And she's like, first of all, he's not my anything. And why were y'all talking? So he tells her that he saw the little notification on her phone and then he went down there and talked to him. And they both think that she should say yes to working with him with the grant and the project. And she's like, oh, so the men have decided what I need to do? Interesting, right? So she feels some kind of way about that. And they have a back and forth. And he says, well, I'm not the one keeping secrets. And she's like, well, oh, so you saw what my doctor said too? And he says, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So she basically spills the beans that she's not able to have kids. And he gets upset because he's like, why didn't you tell me? You and I are supposed to be a team. We're supposed to be a couple. We're supposed to be together. Like, we could have talked about it and we could have worked it out. But instead, you're like keeping secrets. You're hiding things from me. And so he leaves. And Camille's just like there, feeling bad. And she has to get her birth certificate and her social security card to prove who she says she is because of what happened with Dr. Pruitt's assistant. So she goes home. And I had said in last week's Rambly reaction that I was wondering if we were going to get to meet any members of Camille's family. So I kind of feel like I'm on track. Like maybe I could be a TV writer or something. Because in this episode, we get to meet Camille's mom, played by the brilliant and lovely Joie Lee, Spike Lee's sister. So that was a nice surprise. And I like how the show has all these like cute little cameos like Joie Lee, Jasmine Guy, Rick Fox, Lil Rel, Whoopi Goldberg. Hello. So something is up with Camille's mom. She seems to be slightly delusional and just kind of quirky stuff. It turns out that Camille's dad died when she was young, and ever since then, her mom has been in denial around his death. Instead of saying she's dead, she says that he went away, and she just comes off as delusional. And she says, I'm here all alone. And Camille says, whose fault is that? So there's some stuff going on with Camille's mom. Feels like there might be some mental health issues, some issues around grief and heartbreak. But she knew where that birth certificate and that social security card was, as well as some really beautiful photographs of Camille as a child. So we know it's the summertime, and we see that Camille's mom has like Christmas decorations up, as well as a turkey made from candy corn. So there's some stuff going on with Camille's mom. And it's like I said, it seems like it's about grief and heartbreak. But also, Camille says to her, not talking about something doesn't make it not real. Not talking about something doesn't mean that it's just vanishes. And she realizes that the same way that her mom deals with trauma and sad stuff is the same way that, sorry, y'all, something's in my eye, is the same way that she deals with trauma and sad stuff. So we see a moment of realization, and Camille goes to Ian's job, walks into the kitchen, and they basically make up. She tells him that she's sorry about not telling him about the eggs and her fertility issue. And she learned from the conversation that she had with her mom that she needs to be better about that. And she decided that she is going to do the grant, not because Ian wants her to, but because it would be a good thing for her to do. The reason she didn't want to do it is because she didn't want to excavate all the feelings she has about her mom and that motherhood relationship. The focus of the project is motherhood. So next time we see her, she's at Jameson's place, and they start talking and they start working. They've got their computers out and everything. And then the next time we see Camille, she's in Jameson's bed. She's waking up and he's laying next to her asleep. That's how this episode ends. That's the cliffhanger. Every episode ends with a cliffhanger. Girl, every episode ends with a cliffhanger, and then when it comes back, what we think we're going to see is actually not what we see. So I feel like there's going to be a plot twist, and maybe they just like both fell asleep and nothing happened. We didn't get to see if they didn't have clothes on. They were just laying in the bed. So I hope that they did not hook up. And I don't understand this trope of TV shows where characters have sex with each other and wake up and don't remember. I can't relate. I can't relate. Next up is Tye. Tye needs someone to give her her needle. Tye has had a wild night. I'm assuming this is the night after the Q party. Zoe's there and a couple other girls. Somebody delivers the little case for her to give herself the needle so that she can start the process of getting her eggs freezed. None of the people who are basically her sex buddies are interested in being that person, so they all leave. Tye tries to give the needle to herself, and it doesn't work out. She gives herself a pep talk in the mirror, calls herself a bad bitch. You built a company from the ground up. She still doesn't give herself the needle. Brandon gets half of her money, so much money. And then he ends up coming over and she kind of cusses him out, tells him off. You said that I didn't have any relationships, and that's not true. I do. And what about you? You don't have no relationships either. So you're not doing any better than me. Brandon ends up ripping the check in half and they hug. And then he gives her the needle that she needs to get. So Tye and Brandon have made up. That was easy. Angie and Michael are still going strong. Michael comes to visit her at work, tells her that it's his birthday and he would like her to come to his birthday party so that she can meet his friends. They're moving fast. This is giving love bombing. Michael's doing way too much. It's giving love bombing. When Angie says you are too good, yes, Angie, he is too good. Something is gonna be wrong with Michael. I guarantee it, because there's no way. The love bombing is out of control. But Angie has to get her hair done for a scene for the movie. She's been working, her character is a postal worker, so she wears a baseball cap throughout the day. But they're shooting a scene that's supposed to be a fancy party. The person who does hair for the movie walks away from doing Angie's hair, tells Angie, you got it. Now, this is a real thing. This is a real thing that happens to Black actresses and Black actors on TV sets and film sets, where, especially ones where they might be the only Black character rocking natural hair. There are tons of stories about folks having to do their own hair on set. because the crew did not know how to do their hair. So Angie decides to not go to the party because she's just upset. She also hallucinates that she sees Countess Vaughn. But at the end of it, we don't really get to see how she did her hair. We see Angie at home in Eric's place, her new place where she's subletting. Michael shows up. He leaves his own party to come and be with her because he wanted to be with her for his birthday. Didn't they just start dating? Maybe I just move slow, but the way some of these girls be falling in love and be getting all like excited about these people, it just seems mad quick. Like the way Quinn fell for Isabella was quick. The way Angie was falling for Michael is quick. It's just, I guess call me a cynic. So moving on to Quinn. Quinn is very depressed, very, very depressed. Quinn is crying. Quinn is not bathing. Quinn is not getting herself together. Quinn is Googling what's wrong with me. Quinn is just, she's in a deep, deep funk. She's having a serious, sad episode. And she ends up taking it out on one of her most faithful customers, that white woman who's been shopping with her since season 1. She opens the store late and we see that woman is with her. I don't know if we know her name, but that woman is like talking, rambling on. Y'all know how she is. She's rambling on about her life and her job and her hips and her blah, 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 blah. And Quinn tells her to shut the fuck up. And she's like, what is happening right now? So Quinn ends up leaving, cussing her out, and then leaving her in the store to go sit and cry in the park. Now, once again, I said this in one of my past videos, you can't get in your feelings to the point where it stops your bag, boo. And this is one of your loyal customers. And she was not even doing the most. Like, she actually said, I have no problem with you being late. All you got to do is text me next time. If you want to call out, I understand. I be getting in my moods too. Like, the character and the woman and this customer is annoying, but she's not irrational. So the way Quinn spoke to her and the way Quinn left her in the shop was not a good look as far as I'm concerned. So, but that's just me. The bag, you got to make sure your bag is tight, regardless of how you're feeling. Depressed, angry, whatever. This woman spends money in your store. Girl. So Quinn finally tells the girls, I know I have been saying that I'm okay, but I'm actually not, and I really need to talk to y'all. So all the girls come running. So cute, except for Camille. Tye and Angie, they come to to Quinn's place. They console her. They talk to her. She tells them the truth. The Vogue thing went horrible. And I'm really sad about Isabella, but it's not just the Isabella thing and the Vogue thing. It's a whole bunch of things. I just don't feel good. I don't feel like myself. I'm just down. Like, I just feel down. So they decide they're going to take a trip. I think they said they're going to go to Puerto Rico. They went to Puerto Rico once before when Camille was feeling down. And Tye is willing to pay to take all of them to Puerto Rico again. And yes, I agree. A really good way to break out of a funk is to go on a trip, especially to a tropical place. I 100% agree, but Quinn needs to go to therapy. Quinn needs a therapist. So when they come back from that trip, I hope that she does start talking to somebody, because she really feels like something is lacking in her, and it might be connected to the way her mom has been raising her, the way her mom treats her. Her mom is kind of cold and hypercritical and intense, right? Intensely critical. So that might be part of it, or maybe it's a chemical imbalance. Either way, yes, I am looking forward to the trip episode. I'm looking forward to seeing all of these girls in swimwear, or I should say women. in swimwear, beachwear for sure. So bring it on, bring on the fashions, bring on the Caribbean fashions. But I do hope that therapy comes next. So that's all that I have to share about episode 6, Out of the Deadpan and Into the Fire. And once again, Quinn is definitely a favorite character, but my favorite plot line in this specific episode was Tye's plot line. I like that her and Brandon worked things out, and I like that she didn't have to give up half of her money, half of her empire to this man. And I hope that they can become friends. So that was a good plot line. Camille, girl, I really hope you did not sleep with Jameson. I really hope you did not. So leave a comment, y'all. Let me know you're out there. Subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.